The answers are here. What it is, it's a 16-page memo written by lawyers at the Justice Department as requested by Congress and as sent last summer. It's a document that's not strictly classified, but it was never meant to become public. What these lawyers do here is justify the targeted killing of American citizens who have worked with or as part of al-Qaeda and its allied groups in breach, says the document, of international American law. That's the justification. And if, and this is the key, they pose an imminent threat to America. And the critics of the language used in this document say that it provides a very, very elastic definition of what is an imminent threat. You don't, according to this document, need to know the specific who, what, where and when of a particular plot against America. It is enough, argue these lawyers, for an individual to be linked to al-Qaeda purely because al-Qaeda, it says, is a continuing threat against America.
So how has the White House responded to the release of this memo?
Well, the White House, first of all, says that the memo is legally sound, as you would expect them to say. It says that this kind of thinking isn't particularly new. They point to a number of high-profile speeches by administration officials over the past year, essentially justifying the drones policy. On the specific question of the language, imminent threat, they're essentially making the argument that the war with al-Qaeda is different from conventional warfare by virtue of the enemy that you're facing and the time frame you're facing them over. And this is the way that the President's spokesman, Jay Carney, put it at the briefing earlier today.
You have, in general, with al-Qaeda, senior leadership is a continuing process of plotting against the United States and American citizens, plotting attacks against the United States and American citizens. I think that's fairly irrefutable. What you also have is the authorization for the use of military force by Congress.
I think there's varying implications. Legal implications. They face legal challenges, for example, from the American Civil Liberties Union about this particular policy. It's called today's document chilling. Perhaps ethical challenges from people on the President's left. But the most imminent ramification, I think, is a political one. Remember that the architect and the custodian of the drones policy has been John Brennan, the President's chief counterterrorism advisor, and now his nominee to head the CIA. And it's no coincidence, I think, that this has leaked 2 days before Mr. Brennan appears before his Senate confirmation hearing. So I think he will be pressed to provide further detail about this on Thursday.
And do we even know how many US citizens abroad have actually been killed?
Well, the most high-profile one was Anwar al-Awlaki, the US-born cleric linked to al-Qaeda in Yemen. He, another US citizen, and his son died in drone strikes in 2011, and that's what prompted this investigation and the legal challenge by the civil liberties bloc.